Hello and welcome to this week's presentation of Reset Theater Coalition's Reset Theories series. This alliance, initiated by Conch Shell Productions in collaboration with Braata Productions and Kumukuhua Theater, presents new works by American playwrights of African, Caribbean, Native American, Latin American, Central American, Asian, European, Middle Eastern, Indian, and Oceanian descent, Together, we hope to inspire a reset in America.
I'm Carl O'Brien Williams, and I'm Artistic Director of Braata Productions. And right now, we'd like to do land acknowledgement as part of our introductions, just to make sure we honor the native land that we currently occupy. I'm coming to you by way of Kingston, Jamaica, land of the Tainos. And right now, though, I'm in Jersey City. That place occupies the land of the Lenape peoples. Braata is a word that means something more, and that's what we try to do at Braata Productions, where we center Caribbean art, folk arts, education programming, as well as theater.
Hi, my name is Magali Collyman Christopher, and I'm the artistic director and founder of Conchal Productions. And I am of the people of Haiti, which is the land of the Taino. But my mother moved to New York, and I was born in Brooklyn, the land of the Munsee Lenape, and I currently live in Queens in the land of the Matincock. At Conchal Productions, our mission is to develop, present, and produce new works by Caribbean American writers, as well as writers from the Caribbean diaspora. Our mission is to infuse a new, unique voice into American theater and film.
I am Sergey Burbank. I am literary manager of Conch Shell Productions, and I'm currently joining you from land originally occupied by the Canarsie and the Lenape.
I'm Donna Blanchard. I am in Honolulu, state of Hawaii, Oahu Island, land of the Kanaka Maoli, Ahupua'a Palolo. I'm originally from the Chicago region of Indiana, the land of the Potawatomi, and I am the very proud managing director of Kumukuhua Theater. We exist to tell the stories of the people of Hawaii.
And I'm Harry Wong. I'm the artistic director of Kumukuhua Theater. And then I'm here in downtown Honolulu on the island of Oahu, not far from where my relatives, my great-grandmother, received land during the Great Mahele from our elite.
Thank you. So tonight's presentation, as you know, is our final presentation of the Reset series. And our presentation will start with a benediction as we say the names of those who have suffered grave systemic racial injustice in our country. Followed by the benediction, we'll begin the performance of new works. Tonight's events start with America, written by Javon Andy, directed by Mijan, and performed by Charlene Taylor. Followed by Thank You, written by Kimiye Erayad, directed by Tsuno. I'm going to need help from Harry on this name. I've told him already.
Tsuno
Amos, you see? Tsuno Amos, and performed by Tsuno Amos and Craig House.
That'll be followed by Girls Dance, written by Kiki Rivera, directed by Kiki Rivera and Donner Blanchard, performed by B.K. Cannon and Tony Passian. Music is composed and performed by Damon Ramsey. And finally, Ants and Garlic, written by Onyekachi Iwu, directed by Yvette Garnier, performed by Candace Atkins and Sajin Semajust.
The following content may be triggering as it deals with issues centering on racial injustice, police brutality, and those resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic. Following the performance, we invite you to join a post-show discussion. You can send your comments and questions to the moderator via the comment section on the platform you're using to watch our presentation.
And if there are any technical difficulties or delays, just stick with us. You know, it's a brave new world for theater. And if the event freezes, or if a play info card lasts longer than, say, 40 seconds during the live performance, be sure to just refresh our streaming pages. You can do it about 2 or 3 times during the stream.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, you know, just do it and come back in with us and enjoy your pleasurable viewing. And thank you for joining us.
Corinne Gaines, Rhea Milton, Stefan Clark, Tony Robinson,
Corinne Gaines,
Rumain Brisbane,
Brianna Milton,
Jerame
Stefan Clark,
Reed,
Tony Robinson,
Eric Garner,
Remain Brisbane,
Jamel
Corinne
Robertson,
Gaines,
Jermaine Reed,
Mia
Trayvon Martin,
Milton,
Eric Garner,
Stefan Clark,
Jamel Roberson,
Tony Robinson,
Trayvon Martin,
Corinne
Remain
Gaines,
Brisbane,
Rhea Milton,
Jerame Reed,
Stefan Clark,
Eric Gardner,
Tony Robinson,
Janelle Roberson,
Corinne Gaines,
Remain Brisbane,
Trayvon
Rhea
Martin,
Milton,
Jerame Reed,
Stefan Clark, Tony
Eric
Robinson,
Garner,
Remain Brisbane,
Jamel Roberson,
Jerame Reed,
Trayvon Martin,
Eric Gardner, Jamel Roberson, Trayvon Martin.
Welcome to America Hates Ways, Flight KKK 1865. If you are black, please stay in the back. And if you're white, we need you inside. This is the land of the free and the home of the brave, where colored folks will forever be your slaves. Should you have a problem with that, thanks to the NRA, you will get shot. Safety? No need to worry. We're building walls to block them out. This is our home, bringing back the precious memories of the South. This is America. Excuse me, I think you're in the wrong cabin. I don't attend to your type. Maybe if you looked a little different, all the niceness, maybe if you were white. I mean, if you were a part of our KKK Sky Club, you'd be given the privilege of flying in this cabin, and you'd be served with first priority, as we worship your white supremacy. But don't worry, here at America Hates Ways, we endorse inclusion and diversity, so I am sure someone else will help you. Could you kindly get out? Now, for those of you who are here in pursuit of happiness and to live the American dream, be advised, not all will be given the card that's green. And just in case you're considering becoming a refugee, always remember, we are a hub that transports deportees. So, no caravan. Don't even think about it. We don't want you here. I mean, you simply can't fit. Have you seen today's flight? It is completely full. That is why things can get heated, very hot. But I can always call ice to cool you down, of course in a nice detention camp. This is America. We are here to drain the swamp. For your safety, kindly refer to the safety cards in the pouch in front of your seats. On this flight, we definitely don't allow smoking, but don't be dismayed. There is plenty of room for lynching, choking. Did someone say shooting? Yes. All to ensure that you are safe from those with the melanin face. For those in the BLM section, don't get comfortable. Well, take advantage of our emergency exits. And don't you forget it, you piece of shit. Minorities and people of color are always being monitored in the event of loss of cabin pressure caused by the stormy blacks. I meant blasts. Oxygen masks will fall automatically from the panels above your heads. So if you want to end this flight alive and not dead, follow my directions. Pull mask towards you, firmly covering nose and mouth. Secure with elastic strap. Breathe normally. Don't get distracted by the kneel from the car. Oh, America, the land of utopians. You idolize us and we understand. We are simply the best. So we take pride in serving our guests. As you are here for the great American dream, we'll be a little lenient because it's just a dream, an illusory place. Try some dumb shit and you will get tased. I mean, Mace. Woo! You'll get in a lot of trouble. Sorry for baffling there. Just that sometimes the turbulence can get really rough. So, I'd advise those in the back section to fasten up with those handcuffs. Now, for you, or dear patrons, elite and white, don't worry. We will take care of you on this your flight because this is America, the best place you could ever be, where many doors can be opened, but that skin had better be white before you can get the keys. We are America. Welcome aboard.
Happy birthday, sweetheart. 21. Oh, live it up, but don't get too crazy with the booze. Sorry, I can't be there for it. I'm stuck here in Boulder. It didn't make sense to fly in with the mandatory quarantine. And I don't think your mom would appreciate me holding up in the house with you all. I didn't know what you wanted, so I'm sending a check. When you spend it, let me know what I ended up getting you for your birthday. Sorry your big day had to be during the pandemic. That kind of sucks. It's crazy they've had us in lockdown for so long. It's got to be unconstitutional or something. I bet it reminds your Ji-chan about his time in the camps. You should ask him about it. Might as well be the 40s again. But this time they locked up the entire nation. But back then, the Japanese took it with dignity. They didn't riot and destroy property like certain people today. You should be proud. Your heritage is one of honor and hard work. And you got some good stuff from my side. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Omedito. Tell your mom, I guess don't mention me to her, but tell your Ji-chan, Howley boy says hi. Love, Dad.
Dad, next time just Venmo me. Hey, Dad. Got your letter. Thanks for the birthday wishes and the check. Wish you could be here. Nope. Dad, thanks for the birthday wishes. Not sure what I'm gonna buy yet, but I'll let you know when I figure it out. Mom and Ji-chan are good. The pandemic sucks, but we're getting through. Ji-chan's loving the lockdown. He has an excuse to make Mom do all the grocery runs. And he likes having us home more. Funny enough, he hasn't once likened it to getting thrown into an internment camp. I don't think I've heard any Japanese people make that comparison. It's always just inconvenienced white people pretending they're oppressed. The Japanese, when we were thrown into the camps, we didn't take it with dignity. We had our rights stripped away. We were vilified and everything we owned was ripped away from us. We weren't American heroes. We were victims. My heritage is an emotionally stunted white boy from Nevada deciding he wants to go take a Hawaiian vacation and finding a cute little Asian girl just patient enough to put up with him. And he sees her eyes and her hair and her skin and thinks she's just exotic enough, sweet and demure and accommodating, because that's what he thinks Asian women are. And he thinks he's so cool and forward to marry someone ethnic, but not too loud. That's what I come from. The white savior and the model minority. And I'm the aftermath. And when the bubble finally popped, you left. I wanted to be relieved, but you didn't leave. You're here in my blood, in my skin, and my round eyes. People love to coo and say, ooh, half Asian babies are so pretty. I want one too. But honestly, fuck that. I don't want to look like this. I don't want to look like you. It doesn't matter how well I speak the language or what I call my grandpa. It doesn't matter if I have ramen every day. It doesn't even matter what my name is. I'm not Asian enough. Because of you, I don't count. But lucky you. You've got a non-white daughter you can use as an excuse whenever you want to pretend you're not racist. Dad, thanks for everything. Love you.
The world fell apart. There she was, girl, standing among the rubble and among all things broken. She was alone. It appeared that way, at least. Girl found it difficult to see past the broken when all she felt was loneliness and uncertainty. She missed her family and long, deep hugs the most. All girl saw was the insides of concrete, the skeleton of buildings, metal rods in hardened cement, broken glass and rising dust. Prior to broken, N95 respirators, facial masks, the smell of alcohol, hand sanitizer, dry skin and surgical gowns filled the spaces where noses used to touch and share breath. While girls stood there, trying to remember what life was like before it was broken. A slight breeze brushed against her face and floated past her. The breeze picked up. It beckoned her away from the rubble. Out of curiosity, girl followed the breeze, which was like a whisper, which grew into a howl. And the howl was so loud and strong, it pushed girl into a heavy darkness and disappeared. Nothing lived in darkness, not even a breeze. Now girl was scared. Little did she know that darkness was her friend. She forgot. You see, there used to be a time when all girl knew was darkness. Girl took a deep breath, held it, then let it go. She took a deep breath, held it, let it go. She did this a third time, and once she let it go, girl was calm, no longer scared. Stillness. Girl stood with darkness, felt its presence wrap itself around her like one of those long, deep hugs she used to feel prior to the world falling apart. There in darkness, girl no longer felt alone. She felt a sense of familiarity and comfort. Girl and darkness breathed. They shared breath and movement. For the first time since the world's breaking, girl danced. Her spirit expanded into the darkness, making girl larger than herself. Between the breathing and dancing and expanding, girl became one with darkness. She felt weightless. And then girl stopped dancing. She thought she heard a sound. Girl listened, but she had to focus really hard because for a while, all she could hear was the percussion of her own heart. And there it was, dripping, flowing, crackling. It was water. Girl and darkness danced with water. Water, the sound of it, at least, seemed to surround them. There was a coolness in the air too, so girl knew it was there. Girl was no longer lonely. The darkness seemed bright. I guess darkness was happy and had its old friend back. And they danced. And the heat of girl's dance produced a perspiration that flowed from girl's fingertips, down her legs and into the sound of water. Girl now felt the flowing life of water through her own perspiration. Flowed into it and became one with water. Girl and water and darkness. They danced and danced until their attention was caught by a faraway flicker. Instead of stopping, girl, darkness, and water glowed to the flicker, guided by the percussion of Girl's heart. Darkness started to separate from Girl. The closer they got to the flicker, the girl could sense her eyes blinking. It was fire. And fire had a damp calm. Graceful, alluring, seductive. You could feel darkness peel away from her, and she had let Girl pushed and pulled against the force that was separating her from the dark. Liquid fire blazed through Girl in darkness. Despite feeling scorched, he clung to her dear friend. Fire felt remorse and admiration for Girl's loyalty to the darkness. The fire made a deal, Girl.
You may keep darkness as your friend, so long as you keep the fire burning within your heart,
said Fire. Girl bowed to Fire in thanks. Girl turned around and saw that what was left behind her in darkness was a great big shadow. It was a shadow that was connected to Girl. The shadow didn't just belong to Girl. It was a symbol, an extension of Girl between two girls. Light and darkness. Girl's shadow belonged to them as well. Fire breathed and light, causing Girl's shadow to dance. And as for water, it was never separated from Girl. Girl had everything he needed to move forward in this new world. Girl and her shadow bowed to her friends. Wind, darkness, water, and fire. She gave thanks through a prayer, and they all danced.
Hey. Wait, I think you're muted. No, you're muted. Try to.
I hate these fucking things. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great.
How
How
are
are you?
Sorry, you first.
I'm fine. Sorry I'm late.
It's only 11:06.
Well, my last meeting ran over.
Oh, it's okay. This isn't a meeting or anything, just catching up.
Yep, I'm just dealing with stupid fucking people who can't do their fucking jobs while me breastfeeding them. I've been up since 6.
We're just catching up, you know? Casual.
Yeah, well, I value other people's time. How are you?
I'm fine. I just woke up.
How's school? I heard they kicked you all off campus and you're like dry now.
School's good. Yeah, it's been weird. They were really unclear about a lot of things. I have this one friend from London who had 48 hours to basically toss all their shit in suitcases and bounce. Otherwise, they would be like houseless. I know some other people who were for a bit. It's like they didn't really care what happened to us once we left. So I'm just grateful I got to come back to Georgia. I've been living in gratitude, taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, I'm sure mommy is enjoying having you there.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I'm sure mom likes having you there.
Yeah, she does.
Jesus. You have a lot of plants. Did you have all those plants before? Your room looks like the fucking rainforest cafe.
Oh, yeah, I started collecting them. They're like my pets. I don't know, they make me feel connected to the earth. You look nice. How's work?
I have meetings scheduled all day. Oh, and this is my Zoom meeting lid.
I like it. It's giving me Annalise Keating. How's work?
Great.
Good.
I actually got promoted a few weeks ago. Yeah, everyone was expecting it.
Congratulations. I'm sorry this new stage has probably looked different than what you planned.
No, I'm doing great. We merged with another marketing firm, so we have all these new clients. Right now, we're helping a bunch of companies figure out how to still be necessary and relevant during the pandemic to their consumers.
Oh, God. I got a formal email from Chipotle and Pizza Hut reminding me that we're all in this together. Like, how did you get my email?
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, do I need my Korean skincare distributor to tell me that everything's gonna be okay? Probably not, but I don't know. People find comfort in feeling like certain things are just not gonna go away. So I'm managing an entire group from home, which has been fucking interesting. Theo is always horny because he's bored. And Rachel is always hungry because she's bored.
How's Rachel? I feel like I can never remember how old she is. She's like one of those nebulous kids who never seem to age past a certain year.
She's fine. She's 7 now. I can't wait until her semester's done. We have her enrolled with this online tutor that's just making sure she stays ahead of her classmates. She's learning Chinese. I've been reading all these articles about kids falling behind and probably being like fucked up forever from this. And of course, Theo is just sorry, hold on.
We don't have to be long if you need to go. Just wanted to check in. I've been told I'm a friend that doesn't check in. I want to be better about that.
I'm sorry. I haven't been eating today. Now that we're home, I mean, the office wants to turn every single Zoom call into like, every single conversation to a Zoom call. People are scared to send emails. I mean, I'll send an email. I'll per my last email all fucking long if that means that I don't have to sit and watch white Jenna just smiling in all of our meetings.
Not
just
white.
like a crackhead. No, there's a white and a black Jenna. Like, Jenna, it's okay to turn your video off. I mean, please do. And if I have to sit and listen and just tell one more white man named John to fucking mute his fucking call so that I don't have to hear his pill-popping, white wine guzzling Kardashian mistress blending a smoothie in the background, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. Oh, there's this one partner who sits in all his calls like this. I mean, just barely on the fucking screen. And then want to be like piggybacking off of Dina and then repeat everything I just said. I mean, he can't even open the fucking Zoom links without calling his assistant to explain G-Cow. I mean, but yeah, sure. Let's just keep paying him 6 figures because that makes sense.
I find office lore very comforting. I'm happy you're still working.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a good excuse when I want people to leave me alone. Because like everyone seems to have free time now. I mean, everyone wants to hop on a call. Not me. I mean, apparently everyone and their mothers wants to like pick up hobbies. My Facebook high school friend posted a tutorial on how to bake bread. I blocked her. Anyways, we keep talking about me. What's going on with you? Junior year? I heard Zoom classes are atrocious.
Oh, I've just been sleeping a lot the last few days. I think I'm starting to run out of ways to make the days different.
Well, what about your classes?
Oh, I actually took a leave of absence.
What? When?
Back in January, just for the semester.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
Fuck Shioma, what the fuck? So you just been sitting at home?
Well, I'm still, planning for my future as much as I can at this point.
Well, if you needed to sit at home, you could have waited like a month or so.
I'm still keeping busy. I'm looking into some fellowships and internships.
Paid?
Some of them are.
That's good.
Yeah. So that'll build my resume in the meantime. But that's not all I want to focus on. I've been painting and cooking and drawing a lot, reading those books people have been gifting me for years since apparently I look like someone who reads. Finally watching movies I've been compiling on my movie list since I was like 14. Catching up with myself.
When are you going back?
Maybe in the fall or even next year if this whole thing keeps us inside. I don't think I can handle any of these online classes.
You don't know what you can handle until you try. I mean, yeah, school's atrocious right now, but it's necessary. You're gonna fall behind, Shioma.
No, I'm already falling behind. It's fine.
I mean, if anything, going to school from home should be perfect for you. You don't have to get up and go to class. Getting there is usually the hardest part.
Right, but...
A lot of adulthood is about being uncomfortable and pushing through that. These white assholes at my job are incompetent and atrocious, but I'm not gonna quit. I still have responsibilities. And it's better you learn that in your 20s instead of your 30s.
Yeah. I guess. Thanks.
How did mommy take it?
I think she's just happy to have me home. With Daddy and Mbaze, we've been cooking stew and cooking and doing laundry. She even gave me her recipe book. I didn't even know she kept recipes. I didn't even know she tasted her food. She makes cooking seem so natural. She showed me how to make egusi soup and how to know how much water to put in rice and how to chop garlic. I don't know. Do you know how to make egusi soup? Like, have you thought about what it means for Rachel to not know how to do these things?
I asked her to show me how to chop garlic, but she wasn't patient enough. She said, idiot, and then snatched the knife away. So I taught myself. So you're saying she's not mad?
No. I think she just enjoys the company. Daddy is the body of company, but not the soul of company, It doesn't even matter if I talk back most days. Feels like she's pretending I'm one of her friends. Like one of her friends from the salon or the market. The one that she yell talks to on the phone. It's sad, but pleasant. I don't know. I've been teaching her how to do her hair natural like mine since she can't see her friend who does it. I didn't realize how tender and intimate it feels to braid someone else's hair. I didn't realize how much I missed that. That time spent together, sitting up late, watching reality TV while she braided my hair and yelled at the television.
I don't even know how you're surviving there. I mean, she used to call your hair ugly, Shioma. When y'all have the same fucking hair.
I don't know. I feel like I've sort of separated who mommy was and who she is. Like she seems so small now. When I was a kid, she felt huge and loud and hard. When I would like cry in my room, I would dream about hitting her back. And I always imagined her absorbing the punch and just getting stronger. Now, I'm sure if I hit her now, she would like shatter. Feels weird to want revenge on a body so helpless. She has a whole section in here about growing vegetables and which seasons they thrive in. We started growing some tomatoes and herbs in the backyard. That's been fun. Tasting the things we grow and kind of nourishing each other in new ways. What?
Nothing.
What?
It's just dumb.
Okay.
You're always allowed to just do what you want. I could never, ever pull this shit. So you just get to not be an Ivy League student for a while and waste time. Come on. If I ever even tried to come home, they'd beat me off their porch. If I came in, they'd starve me.
Sorry.
No, I mean, it's great for you. You always get to stop right before you have enough responsibility to owe anyone anything. So you just get to do whatever.
I didn't mean to like offend you.
Shut up, you're not offending me.
Like, I know I'm basically the fuck up.
No, you're not a fuck up. She's just afraid that you'll leave too.
You there? Dina. Sorry, you froze. You need to go?
Soon. I have about 6 minutes. What are you drinking?
Mommy's tea. It's lemon, cayenne pepper, and ginger. Some kind of WhatsApp recipe some auntie from the village probably sent her. She said it will fight the Rona.
Not fight the Rona.
She has really been going in on the pepe soup. Like really going in. It's page 13. I tried to order a veggie burger and she threw it into the fireplace before praying over it.
Yeah, mommy don't play that.
Yeah, she won't even go to the store. Uncle Charles has been picking up our groceries and dropping them on the side of the road. Then we wipe everything down with rosemary and vinegar. I don't know, it's like some kind of weird apocalypse.
Whole Foods is a fucking war zone. This white woman almost like ran over Rachel trying to get to the fucking kombucha. Her entire basket was just kombucha. Shaneke, you came and grabbed an apple, knocked into Rachel, and didn't even say, excuse me. I can't tell if white women don't have manners Or they just don't have manners when it comes to Black folk. Like, first of all, why did you come out here with all that grease on your head? Clean yourself up and don't touch my fucking kid.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of that light-skinned girl who would stick stuff in my hair. 2nd or 3rd grade. I think her name was Aaliyah.
I don't remember that, but fuck her too. And I hope she is not safe in these uncertain and unprecedented times.
I'm dead. They do all sound like that.
Mm.
Yeah. I was like, my sister is going to curse you. My ancestors are stoned in fire and she talks to them at night. And tonight, she gonna tell on you. She gonna tell on you big and loud and you ain't gonna wake up with no hair or toes. Do you remember that?
No. You were such a weird fucking kid.
Really? You don't remember that?
No. I really don't remember a lot, to be honest. I don't know, just part of me feels like time didn't really exist until I was like 19.
You should call her.
I will. She's called like 8 times. I just don't feel a responsibility to connect all the time to everyone right now. I'm living my life. I'm safe. There's nothing for us to talk about.
No, she could die, Dina.
Actually, you know what? I need to go. This is a very important client, and I just need to make sure I'm in the Zoom room before then.
Mommy could die. Like, really die before any of us are ready to know what that means. She's scared.
Of course she's scared. She believes in God, and she knows what's gonna really happen when she goes.
Dina!
Her anger lives on my body, Shioma. I have to look at it every time I want to bathe myself. I'm not like you. I didn't get to grow up to be the happy, spoiled baby. I didn't get to make mistakes over and over and over again.
I tried to kill myself.
What?
It was a really hard semester. My roommate found me. I dropped out. I couldn't do it anymore. I'm sorry, I know you're disappointed, but nothing I do is ever good enough, so what's the point? I was a mess. I would be sitting in the library and just start crying, like sobbing. And no one would look at me or ask me what was wrong. It's just like normal to exist alone. I ran out of excuses to tell my professors for why I wasn't showing up. My assignments came in late and late until I just stopped doing them. And all my friends hate me. I just kind of disappeared from them. And I still haven't really apologized to them for... I spent a lot of time having conversations in my head, but I can't seem to, tell them how bad it got.
I had no idea. Why didn't you You never let people know what's going on with you. You're always punishing them for not knowing.
It just feels like every time we talk, it's like you get to be the mom I didn't have or something.
Are you mad at me?
No, of course not.
I just wanted you to push yourself, Shioma. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad you're so good at everything. President, valedictorian, you would stay up all night for an A+, and even when you got an A+, you still wouldn't rest. You were so good, Dina. But you were the first person to ever make me feel alone. You were good at that too. I don't know. I just wish sometimes we had a really big fight so I can give people a reason for why we're not that close.
We're close. I'm just busy, Shioma.
No.
You're capable of a lot more than you realize. I believe that, so I push you. And I still believe that, no matter what.
Thanks. I don't know. I guess I'm just scared of what's gonna happen when COVID ends. Like, eventually, we'll have to go back. And growing tomatoes and painting on the porch and being nothing all day will be not enough. I don't know if I'm built to function in this world. I want to smell onions and garlic forever. But, like, I can't. Sorry. Like you said, I'll have to learn eventually, so.
You're smart. You're talented. You'll figure this out. To be honest, I'm fucking terrified, Shioma. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Or maybe I do, and that's worse. I just wish I knew how hard I had to work to stop feeling like an imposter. Because every day I feel less and less connected to all the things that I've accomplished. I feel like it's just a story I tell myself. I wake up every morning before sunrise and run 2 miles because I'm scared of my own thoughts. I avoid Rachel so she doesn't end up learning to hate me like I do with mommy. I'm tired. I end up in parts of the house without even remembering walking there. Chopping garlic without even remembering picking up the knife. I wake up in the mornings and I feel like I have ants in my stomach, you know? I don't know how to keep being productive when I feel dead. And I feel dead when I'm not being productive. I can still hear mommy just yelling that things are not that bad, that I have to stop being lazy, or that I'm gonna get to rest when I'm older. Well, I guess I'm not old enough to rest, and I'm not old enough for all of this to matter yet. I thought time would finally stop, you know? I could finally rest and just catch the breath that I've been like trying to catch for the past fucking 20 years. But life just keeps going and going and going. And I'm just fucking tired of it. I'm so fucking tired. So, this is what fine has been like for me for the past 2 weeks. And I'm just tired of it. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I love you.
I feel like that's just something people say when they want to feel space.
Remember when I talked about being at school in the library? How I would be sobbing and no one would look at me? I would feel so alone. But I knew they were crying too. In showers, in bars, in bathrooms. But we all pretended for each other. We pretended we were fine. We allowed ourselves to exist alone. I don't think it's normal to exist alone, Dina. I don't want to pretend anymore.
I don't either. I love.
I love you.
And we'll figure this out. I mean, this thing can't last forever, right? Oh God, I should go. Text me, okay?
I will.
And you can send me some of her recipes if you want. I think I need something to make my days feel different too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Make sure you call me.
Sit back, yo, and just relax, yo. Sit back, yo, and just relax, yo. Sit back, yo, and just relax, yo. Sit back, yo.
Going live.
Welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you. We're back. And thank you for well, I'm going to say you enjoyed it because I did. Thank you for enjoying the Reset 2020 finale. And right now we're going to have our talkbacks. As you know, our talkbacks are go deep. So be ready for go deepness. We'll be meeting everyone in the team. And I'd like to also thank, before we move forward, our amazing technical team, Kira Bowie, Faith Cawthon, Santos Coyoto, and Veronica Vera. They made this possible, this virtual performance world that we're in. You need a team, and they were the team that we needed. My name is Magali Kaliman Christopher. I'm the artistic director and founder of Conch Shell Productions. We just want to take this time to let you know that if you really loved, as I know you did, if you really loved what you saw and you want to see more of plays by writers of color that are really moving and touching, then please donate. Donate to Conch Shell Productions, donate to Kumukaua Theater, donate to Braata Productions. No amount is too small, just donate, okay? I used to say if you could buy a Starbucks coffee, then donate to Starbucks coffee, but people aren't going to Starbucks as much anymore since where we are in our journey, but donate. Now, part of the magic of theater over Zoom is the ability to bring together artists from all around the world. I'm going to say all the way around the world because you'll hear in a moment why I'm saying that. Not really around the world, but across oceans. And we've brought them together to collaborate. So let's start with each member of the creative team. And what I'm going to ask you is to share your name. I know we could see it on the screen, but share it anyway, because claim your beautifulness and your role in the production and where you're joining us from. If you want to share the name of the natives of the land that you live in, that's great. But if you just want to say the amazing state that you're living in, that's also great. And since this is Zoom, I don't know where everybody is. So I'm going to go ahead and just look to my right. And I'm going to say, hi, Damien Joel. I'm going to introduce Damien Joel because Damien is joining us. He was one of our amazing directors from our previous evenings. And we've invited some of our writers and directors to join us. And many are really busy because they're so amazing. Damien is with us. Go ahead and give us that awesome information. Your name, where you're located, and the production that you were part of.
Okay, sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much again for this opportunity. The name is Damien Joel. My pronouns are he, him, his. And I was privileged and honored to direct Tissues for Issues, performed and written by Javon Black. And I'm currently based in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Thank you. Tisiono Amos. I want an applause because I got it right. Come on, Carl. You're always telling me to get it right. All right, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I am Suyuno. I was just in the scene by Kimye Everard. I was playing the daughter, and I also directed Craig and myself in that.
That's an amazing feat.
Theater. Yeah.
And where are you now?
I am in Hawaii right now, in Honolulu.
So you know, it's the office manager at Kumukuhua Theater. So she is working on all fronts for the theater right now.
Direct, act, do everything. Love it. BK Cannon.
Hi, yeah, I'm BK.
Hi.
I was in Girls Dance by my good friend Kiana Rivera. I'm from Hawaii, but I am based in Los Angeles right now.
Los Angeles in the house. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Faith Cawthon.
I'm never ready to unmute myself. Hi, I'm Faith Cawthon. I'm originally from Florida, but I am in Hawaii right now. I've been the stage manager for this project through the Kumukuhua Theater.
Wonderful. Thank you. Kiki, aka Kiana Rivera.
Hi, I'm Kiki, aka Kiana Rivera. I am the writer and co-director of Girls Dance. I'm on the land of the Kanaka Maoli, the Hawaiian people of Hawaii.
Wonderful. Thank you. Mijan.
Hi, my name is Mijan. I'm from Jamaica, and I'm currently in South Florida, which is the land of the Seminoles.
Awesome.
I directed America.
And one more credit, Mijan. Come on, tell them the truth. Tell them the credit. Our music, our soundtrack.
Yes, I contributed some music.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sajin, c'est ma juste. Thank you. Sajin, c'est ma juste.
Hi everyone, my name is Sajin Simajist and I am residing in Toronto, Canada, and and I was Samadina in Ants and Garlic.
And Candace Atkins.
Hey, my name is Candace Atkins. I'm currently in Harlem, New York, and I played Shoma in Ants and Garlic.
And where did you say you were? In Brooklyn?
No, Harlem.
Harlem, wonderful. And Kira Bowie. Unmute.
Always. Hi, my name is Kira Bowie. I am from Freehold, New Jersey, and I am based in New York, and I'm the stage manager for Conch Show.
Wonderful. Santos Collado.
Hello, my name is Santos Crialdo. I'm from the Lower East Side, Manhattan, the original land of the Muncie Lenape, and I am the stage manager for Braata Productions. And in this week, we put on America.
Wonderful. Father, I think your name is actually Craig. I like Father. Father is cool. You might have to unmute, Craig.
Oh my kako, my name's Craig Howes. I'm living in the Payaina, Hawaii, on the Moko of Oahu, Kekuhehewa. I live on Waihila Ridge. If I turned the camera around, I could show you Leahi or Diamond Head out the window. I was father in Kimi Everhard's Peace Things.
Wonderful. Carlene Taylor.
Hi, I'm Carlene, and I'm in Queens, New York. I was the flight crew member in America.
Wonderful. Javon Andy. We're not hearing you, Javon.
So you're unmuted, but we're not hearing you.
So I'm going to come back to you once you figure out. Oh yeah, you are muted. So unmute if you can. There you go. Oh, I still can't hear you.
Still not working.
You may have to log out and come back in. What do you
Click
think?
the little up arrow beside the mute button to your sound settings while we go on, and then you can see, you can maybe your sound is on your earphone and
Wonderful.
Play around.
Mateo Moreno.
Hello, I'm Mateo. I wrote a play a couple of weeks ago, week 3, Pitch. That was my play. I have been a Brooklyn boy for many, many years of my life. I just recently headed to Queens. I am freshly Queens. And my pronouns are he, him, his, and I am on the land of Canarsie and the Muncie Lenape.
Awesome. Jeannie, welcome back. You may have to unmute. You will have to unmute. Where did she go? Oh, there she is.
I'm right here. Hi, Jeannie Broga. Hi.
Hi.
I'm in the Bay Area. I wrote 6 back way back. Directed by Wilka Hele, and it's a real honor to be a part of this group. I keep listening to everybody talk about where they're from and their backgrounds and the amount of experience they have and theater coming together. And it's just so exciting because it means we're still doing it. So I thank you all, and I'm very proud to be a part of this.
Thank you. Yvette Gagne.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yvette Gagne. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and the land of the Muncie Lenape people, and I was director of Ants and Garlic. Thank you.
Onyekachi Iwo. Do you mind if I say your full name, or do you want me to say your shorter name?
Onyekachi is good. So
okay.
I'm Onyekachi Iwu, and I'm the playwright for Ants and Garlic, and I'm based in New Jersey.
Wonderful. Juan Ramirez is back.
How you doing? How's everything?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm Juan Ramirez Jr. I'm in the Boogie Down BX, Muncie Lenape people. I was a playwright for the second week, March by June. I have to write this down because if I don't, I'm forget. That was the second week, directed by Ivan Penn and starring Kayla King, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a great experience. I'll just leave it there. Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Thank you, Veronica. Unmute, darling.
Hey everyone, I'm Veronica. I am living in Hawaii, and I am the person who made everything go live.
Yeah, if you see her room, she's a tech genius for this event.
Born in here, so.
Undeniable. Tony Passion or Passion? Help me out, Tony.
Passion. Hi,
Passion.
everyone. Oh, hi and aloha. My name is Tony Passion, and I was dancing in Girls Dance, spoken beautifully by BK Cannon and directed by Donna and Kiki, who also wrote the piece. And shout out to Faith, our stage manager, very helpful. And I am tuning in from the land of the Tongva people in Los Angeles.
Wonderful. Next, we have Jovan Black. Jovan, please put your mic on. Wonderful.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Good. So I don't know if you joined us at the top. Everybody's giving their name and the production that they were involved with and where you are at this time in your journey, location wise.
Okay. Well, my name is Javon Black, and I'm the writer and actor for Tissues for Issues, which was directed by Damien Joel. And right now I am in Brooklyn. Eat that bush all day, every day.
Awesome. Welcome. And we have Nyanda Kamuk, who was with us last week. Correct me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. I'm always doing it. I'm sorry.
It's Nyanda. Hi, I'm Nyanda Kamuk, yes, writer of I Cannot, which was directed by Tisha Duncan. And I'm with Braata Productions.
Wonderful. Javon, Andy, are you ready to claim your space? I can't hear you, Javon. I'm so sorry. We'll come back. Can anybody?
If you want to type in the chat, we'll say what you got.
Exactly.
He's the playwright for America. He was a playwright.
America, the opening piece. All right.
He's the playwright, Javon Andy.
I guess that's what we're doing.
So we have. So we
it's
usually. I'm sorry. We usually take questions from the audience. Javon, are you speaking?
Are you hearing me now or no?
Yes.
Great. Hello everyone, my name is Javon Andy and I'm from the sun-drenched island of Jamaica. Currently I reside in Kew Gardens in Queens and I'm the playwright for America.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so we normally take questions from the audience, and our stage manager is saying we've got a lot of love coming from the audience. A lot of love, a lot of praise, but no questions. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into a question. And actually, wait. Okay. No questions. No. All right, great. So the question I'm going to ask is for everyone. So how did rehearsing and performing from home change your process? And how easy or difficult was it to shift out of your performance mental state or the directing mental state or the writer mental state in your home space? And the reason why we're asking this is a number of audience members have been curious about that. And because the content that we've been presenting it's about making change, and change really sometimes hurts. And you've got to push buttons to evoke change. So just feel free to hit the hand button so I'll know who wants to answer that question if you want to jump in there and volunteer your answer. And if I don't see your hand, because we've got 2 pages of wonderful people, then just raise your hand and I'll see you, hopefully. Anyone? Takers? Call it out if I don't see you, because I'm going back and forth between the pages. Yes, Juan.
I'll jump in. It's funny when you just asked that, because I was like, well, as a playwright, I'm a playwright. I'm always home writing. how much, that was like my first thought. Like, well, I'm always home though. But then what's interesting is that I was just made more aware of it. Like I'm home, I'm writing, and it's like, yeah, okay, what does the stage look like? What are the actors, so on and so forth. But now it's like, but I'm home, and then I'm gonna see this home, and we're gonna be home, and that process, I don't know, and in a very, I'll use the word interesting. I don't know if that's the best word. In a very interesting way, it was nice to be in people's homes and people in your home. There was a community, you know. The same thing you feel like, when you go see a play and everybody's on the stage together praising. It still felt like that, and in some way more so because like this is my home and I'm here and hey, you're over there. So I think that helped in my process of feeling the community before even writing the words down.
Wow.
And I thought that was really awesome. And that took me,
Beautiful.
and I mean, I did it, what was like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I was feeling that even today. So I think that's that really took over me. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, that was my.
Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else? And like I said, we have 2 pages. So if I don't see you put your hand up, just call it out. So you just, yes, Santos.
Just on a logistic level, we had some artists mainly on the East Coast here, but we had an artist in Jamaica who was an hour behind us, and a director in Chicago. So we had some time zone issues, or not issues, but just things to be aware of, and we're scheduling rehearsals and making sure everyone has the right times. Uh, I also created a little desk for myself in my room, which I never had before, just to keep me out of my room space and into the working environment. I think that's one thing that you can do. Just giving little tips, making sure everyone's on the same page in terms of connection and giving people the extra time to get on, set up their space, because there is still a setup that you need to do as an actor in a piece, making sure that your backdrop, whatever you have behind you, is all ready. So yeah, just giving yourself the extra time. I would say creating a separate space within your house to really bear down and work, and just being aware of time zone differences and where everyone is in the country and the world.
Thank you, Santos. Yvette Gagne, you raise your hand.
Yes, I did. I would like to share that acting and directing, directing, actually I'm directed for this. Directing on Zoom is a very different animal. And this has been an experience of a lot of growth and development and discovery for how to tell a story on Zoom. But the main components of connecting, understanding the play, understanding the development with the playwright, and the actors understanding the beats and the characters and the story arcs was really pretty much the same. And once I discovered that as a way into the work, it was very helpful to focus on what we could focus on. And there's such a time limit for this process. Zoom is very energy zapping, and the producers were very conscious of that, I think, in how time was scheduled. So the amount of time that we had to put this together, even though it was short, we were able to actually get a lot done in a shorter period of time. So I would love if my actors could chime in, because I do believe for one of them, this may have been her first time acting on Zoom. And the process of connecting to another person is, and to feel them is something that takes practice. And I'm so proud of them. And I think that they really accomplished that. I have so much joy for their connections and writing the beats and how they were able to tell that story. So I could go on and on, but I won't.
I don't see any of your actors ready to jump in. So we're going to move on to an audience. Oh, there you go, Candace. Go for it.
Yeah, I think piggybacking off Yvette, right? I think I think it is. It can be a little bit of a challenge, especially with something so like real and grounded and emotionally driven. To like you're in your bedroom, you know, and like actors, we self tape like you're trying to make it all make sense and make it the same way, like keep your brain in like the same kind of auditioning, or I'm actually in the theater, I'm actually in the space with the other actor, but it's different. And that's just what it is. And so that's like an obstacle in and of itself, like when performing the piece, like we have to overcome getting distracted or zoning out and remaining focused on like what's in front of us. So I'm really grateful to have Sajine on this journey because she made it really easy for me. So, and thank you to Yvette who pushed me, and thank you to Kachi for the beautiful words. It's brilliant.
It was wonderful to see the work. It was beautiful. So we have a question about the medium. So they wanted to know if all these plays are written for the medium, and that's a question for the playwrights. So I'd love to hear your feedback. So playwrights, you can jump on in and say yay or nay. You can, yes, Kachi.
Yeah, I think when I started this process, I was thinking specifically, I want to utilize the medium. Because I think I wrote this around the time the play is set, around like late March when everything had initially shut down. And I was thinking about what could plays look like right now? And this was before anyone had really, like, it's grown into such a like phenomenon. It's so beautiful seeing all the different ways that we're utilizing the space. So I kind of put myself to a challenge of like, let me try to write a Zoom play. What would happen? And that's where I kind of evolved from there. Like, okay, who's going to be in the conversation? What are they going to talk about? Yeah.
Awesome. Any other playwrights want to chime in?
Yeah, if I may quickly. Hello?
Yeah.
I was just wondering. So if I may quickly, mine was also written around the same time period.
Was it written for the medium?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Definitely. I felt like specifically based on what was happening, I felt, social media and what we have now going, it's like it's the only way for us to really see what's really happening, for us to really know what's really happening. And so for me, I felt that it was very needed. It was very necessary for me to channel, because I said before, I never did the whole protesting and so on and so forth. So I felt like, this was a way for me to do my part, to reach young people, because it's something that's really being utilized by younger people, of course. I mean, older people use it too, but predominantly for the younger folks. So this was definitely,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you.
As
And back to the conference. Do any other of the playwrights want to chime in, or are you all in agreement? Javon.
Yeah. So as for my piece, America, I would say yes, it was written for this medium, and no, it wasn't written for this medium because of the dynamics of the performance itself. Uh, I think moving to Zoom theater really created a space or an opportunity for us to bring our stories in a way that can be accessed by almost everyone. Because if we should look at contemporary theater in America or around the world, not all writers get the opportunity to present their work. So when I got this opportunity, I revisited my piece, and interestingly, I was having a conversation with Mijan, the director of America, and she was asking me the time frame in which I had written the piece, because what was in the piece is so relevant today. So yes, it was written for this medium because it's through this medium that audiences are aware of these issues. And no, it wasn't, because it's issue that is very relevant today.
Thank you so much. We have another question specifically about a title. So we're creating arts for social change, and title usually touches the audience. And the question is for Kachi. Where did you get the title Ants and Garlic? And what's the other part of it? What sparked the inspiration for the piece for yourself? I know that you shared that you wanted to write a piece for the medium, and this audience member would love to know the answer to that question.
Yeah. So the title came after I wrote the piece. I would say Ants and Garlic basically represents the anxiety that we're all feeling during this time, and what are we doing to cope with it. So the ants is the anxiety, the garlic is like us all trying to cook right now, trying to pick up all these hobbies, baking bread, like that one Facebook friend that got blocked. We're just trying to relearn things and trying to connect ourselves in different ways to ourselves, possibly to our cultures, our communities. And also they kind of represents the two sisters, where the sister Chioma is the garlic, whereas Somadina is the ants. And they seem like these two things that don't really go together, but they do kind of work off of each other in a way. So that's where the title came from. In terms of inspiration, I would definitely say partially from like definitely all my friends that I consider sisters. I have only all brothers. But I have a lot of women in my life that I consider sisters. And so like kind of the ways that we've in some ways connected more over this current medium than we ever have before. I feel a lot closer to a lot of them right now. I kind of started from this place of this like sisterhood, and in terms of like them being Nigerian American specifically, shout out to Iwu Nation. So all my cousins, like we all have been reconnecting through Zoom as well. So it's like this idea of like people really reflecting on the idea of time and like what does it mean to reconnect with each other right now, and being very intentional about the ways we're reaching out to each other right now. I noticed that especially early on that everyone wanted to reach out to each other, reconnect, and make sure everybody was good. So I kind of connected all those things into this idea of like these two sisters who have been kind of estranged, but now feel like this pressure to like reconnect and maybe address some things that they haven't ever spoken about before.
Beautiful, thank you. So we started this sharing process, and it's called Popcorn, and it was inspired by Carl, who brought it up. So we're gonna go around and you're gonna say one or two words that come to mind when you think of tonight's event, our finale, the work, the words that may have struck you, because there are a lot of words that struck me tonight. So we're gonna go around and play popcorn. So one or two words that come to your mind when you think, and of course I'm gonna start with Damien, because you know he's right next to me on this wall that I am looking at. And unmute, because I'm going to be pointing at you and say popcorn. Okay, Damien.
Resonant.
Heart awakening. Oh, you can't see me pointing at you. Tsuyono. Okay, tell me how to say it properly.
Do you know? Yeah.
Thank you.
Veronica got it. My word would be humbling.
Carl. Is he frozen?
So good.
So good. So good. Sergey.
Okay.
Community.
Yeah. Faith.
Beyond grateful.
Beyond grateful. Kiki.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Sajin.
Challenging and forgiveness.
Donna.
Grateful and inspired.
Yeah. Candace.
Love.
Love. Craig.
Different.
I'm sorry?
Different.
Different. Mateo.
Powerful.
Powerful. Yvette.
Affirming.
Affirming. Kachi.
Truth.
Truth. Juan.
Change.
Change. Veronica.
Relatability.
Relatability. Nyanda.
2 words, damn and necessary.
Damn and necessary. Siobhan.
Needed.
Eh?
Needed.
Needed. Santos.
Fulfilling.
Fulfilling. Jeannie.
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. Mijan.
First, I just want to say Nando took my word, which is necessary.
No words are necessary.
Yeah, but I think family.
Family. Yes. Yes. Harry.
Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Yeah.
Dizzy. Jovan.
Mental orgasm.
Not Javan, but Jovan. I'm sorry if I mispronounced.
Yeah, when you said Javan before, Jovan spoke. So Javan.
Oh, yo. So bad. So sorry.
We're all good.
We're all good. Go ahead, Javan.
Mental orgasm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
That was
rocking.
worth waiting
I
for.
like that. Carla's like, clap, clap, clap. Tony. Tony.
Connected.
Connected. Charlene.
Arresting and thought-provoking.
Arresting and thought-provoking. Kira.
Community and growth.
Community and growth. Did I hit everyone? Because I'm clicking back and forth. Thank you. So, this is our closing. And I'm going to cry. So let me just get through this. Our producers, we want to thank you. So I wrote something because when I'm emotional, I can't think. So I'm going to read it. In the lyrics of What's Going On, Marvin Gaye wrote, "We've got to find a way to bring some understanding here today." I would say that every artist who participated in the Reset series did just that. I mean, I was writing down lines from Ants and Garlic that just hit me in the core, that made me rethink things like, I don't know how to keep productive when I feel dead. I mean, how many people are feeling that right now? My hope is that all artists will awaken their own unique voices and create work that will encourage humanity to not suffer under systems. Express yourself and plan for how to affect change inside and outside systems. You each have the power to create art that will encourage humanity to just wake up, to be more humane throughout time. Just like Marvin Gaye, listening to his song, he still shakes me. He still awakens me. He still reminds me. Now, we produce art that awakens at Conch Shell Productions, and Reset Theater Coalition is proof positive that we are not alone. Keep on creating. Everyone in the Reset community, everyone watching, you keep on creating. You're essential, and we value you and know we want to hear your work. And just as was shared, now with this social media platform with Zoom Theater, get your work out there. Affect change. I'm passing the baton to Sergey.
I can't match the passion that was just shared. But maybe I'm inspired by America. I've been thinking about that, the part in the speech where they say that the exit might be behind you. And I think that one of the things that the past 3 months has shown is that what the path of progress is not necessarily a straight line. And out of a lot of the chaos of the pandemic, of Black Lives Matter, of the general madness, has been coming together and forming this community has allowed us to have a vision for change and have a vision for connecting in ways that we did not imagine was how we probably wanted to build those communities 6 months ago. So I'm inspired, and I want to keep in mind that the exit might be behind you. It might not be where you're looking for it. And I hope to take that inspiration with me moving forward. So thank you, everybody. And so I'm going to hand it over to Harry.
Mic on, Harry. Mic on. You're not getting out of this, baby.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at this paper in front of me where it has Magali's speech on it, and then I have nothing. And I mean, yeah, the wind was knocked out of me. I know that inspiration means you take in air, but I mean, every Friday I get the wind knocked out of me because I get that reminder. You know, I think that all art gives you, you know, that the reminder that you're not alone, that this picture has captured a beautiful thing that I have seen. This story has said something that I've experienced, a pain I've experienced, or even that it's okay to be alone. You know, that art captures that, and it lets you know that you are not alone in how you feel and how you think and how you dream. And that story is my story, you know, and that being not alone, that capturing your voice, that strengthens you, that thing that lets you know that you're not alone in how you feel and how you think and how you experience the world, that you are not alone. It gives you strength, and that strength could and should make a reset possible. It's the thing that lets you know you're not alone, and I can face this. I can shout, I can whisper, I can comfort, I can walk together with somebody. And then I need to be honest with you. I mean, I've been amazed because I truly have not been part of the process the way that the other producers have, you know, and rather than greeting this new way of telling stories with fear, it has been an adventure, you know, to behold. And then really Veronica and the rest of the team, they've been captains, and they've made that adventure possible, and to be honest, safe, when we're facing the danger of whether we can continue to let everybody know you're not alone through these stories. And I'm grateful to all of you. And I pass it on to Donna.
And I'll add to that, the stage managers here, none of us knew what we were doing.
No.
None of us knew what we were doing. This has
But we're gonna do it. We were like,
this has been pieced together, and it's not pieced together with duct tape. They riveted this together, and they deserve all the praise in the world for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I came to Kumukuhua Theater because I have a very strong belief in the power of theater of place, theater by and about the people within a geographic footprint. And there's not very many theaters in the United States that practice that. And through a happy circumstance, I got to come here and work. With all of my myopic white privilege packed up with me, I came thinking it was just another state. And it's not. And I had the beautiful experience of being able to learn about this place and these people and this history through theater. And I started dating, you know, I got on dating apps when I moved here, and I was going out with guys who had been here for decades and did not know this island like I knew it because of theater, because of the power of human stories told for their community. And it rattles me every time I think about the power of that. And here I am in my 50s thinking, all right, I got this. And then a process like this comes along, and every week I have learned more and more to recognize what we share and what we do not share. And I don't know of any better way to experience that other than through theater. I want you all to recognize that the art that you are bringing is changing. I am a white missionary's daughter sitting here privileged to be among you, recognizing how people can absorb this information in this safe environment. So it's important to tell the difficult stories when you are here. Also, we don't talk about this a lot. I don't write this in grant proposals, but taking care of our artists is vitally important. Taking care of you and the power of telling what you are able to bring to the world is important to us, and what you are able to bring to yourselves through this sort of process is so very important, because we really, really, really need you. Thank you. And Carl has the last word.
Oh, wow. Well, people, let me tell you, when you encounter a warrior woman and she says to you that she has an idea and she rallies people together, and you actually answer the call because something inside you says, you know what, this is important, and you see this woman's perseverance and strength and passion. I'm talking about, I'm representing Braata Productions, but Magali Coleman Christopher is something else, right? She basically sent out this call and unmute, clapper, all you need to do. And because, I would have just been sitting going crazy, trying to finish the semester. And I tend to take on a lot of projects and say yes, but I am very happy I said yes to this. Because again, theater saves my life. Theater's been saving my life since I've been in high school, feeling out of place, feeling all the things that people tell you shouldn't feel, right? Art saves my life. Art has saved my life again. Because every Friday in July, we've really challenged each other, and we've opened up this space, new for some people. And, some people are great at the technology. And we just come here and we've come together. Magali's kind of rallied us together. I mean, we're doing stuff with people in Hawaii. I heard Canada's in the building today.
Yeah,
right?
Toronto's in the building.
Like every week.
Jamaica.
Listen, big up Jamaica. I know, because they will totally
Yes. Yes. Jamaica, Jamaica.
So, and I love this. We're not just doing things that represent us. And that last piece, ants and garlic, I think this is what it's about, right? To get to that end. How many I love yous do we earn? How much love do we earn? And yet that's what all this fighting is about, right? That's what that is all about. Because when we continue to erase each other, then that's where the ants in our belly, the fire, come in, and we're just like, then we have to breathe out, and we have to howl and roar and rip shit up and burn stuff, because it's like we've been kneeling and writing petitions and being very articulate and being nice. And if you grew up in a colonized country like I am, where it's all about dues paying, then you really learn to be polite and you learn to speak a particular way and posture and dot all the I's and T, and then you realize, what is it all for? And so we really are challenged to reset. What a wonderful name. And I think we came up with that collaboratively. And that's what theater is. It continues to teach us that. And, I said last week, we can't go back to when this thing comes back, and it was set in the play today, that fear about when you go back. We can't give up the garlic, people. Garlic is a very important spice. So all with that ants in the belly, we need that garlic. It's a healer. And that is the thing that I would like us to leave with, that love, right? And that healing. Yes, we started out really fiery. Welcome to America, KKK America, right? Which is now reckoning with itself, but we got to the love. We ended up going back to the love, which is the heart of it. And that's what I think Reset is all about. Am I idealist? Are we all idealists? Yes, that's why we're in theater, right? Dominique Morisseau said the other day, she came to this work for liberation. And I'm telling you, that's what it's about. So, thank you for being a part of this journey with us, for just taking up the mantle to reset, just go out there and kick some butt.
Keep on answering the call, everybody. Answer the call every day. You have the power. You have the power. You have the power.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
There was one, I'm sorry, there was one question in here from Mijan and Javon. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
about the piece.
Mijan and Javon. Why the choice of the use of a Black actress for the piece? Was it believed that it would be too strong if the words were spoken by a person who was white?
What? Oh, okay.
That's interesting. Mission.
So interestingly, I got the call to do this after Carlene had already been casted, but I was really happy because I would have casted a Black woman to play it, just because, I mean, apart from the fact that it would be really easy to just have a white person saying this thing, saying these things, right? That would just be the easy way out. But also, you know, when you watch the news, and you have the Candace Owens and the Stacey Dashes and the Kanye's, and there are Black people that actually feel this way, and there are Black people that assimilate in a way, and I wanted to bring that up, and so yes, I would have casted, if it were up to me, I would have casted a Black person to play it.
Thank you, Carlene, for bringing our attention to the question. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, because I think it's such an important point. And if I may speak, I don't know if I'm allowed.
There is no, we're the community. We are
Come on, warrior woman. Don't even, I know you.
Yeah, warrior woman.
We're not doing shy today.
No shyness.
Oh my
speak
goodness.
up, find your voice and speak it. They see, Carlene, you gave us a great ending point. Everyone find your voice. Yes, Yvette.
There was also a question from people in the chat, from someone named Elizabeth, who wanted to know from the actors of Ants and Garlic, what did you do to connect to each other during the piece?
Oh, yes.
And I didn't hear from Sajin yet, and I wanted to open that up to both of them, but give them that opportunity to answer that question.
Thank you.
So she was like, I'm out. I'm going
I
to
know, I'm so quiet. This was interesting because this was actually my first time doing something like this on Zoom, and acting is listening. But with this medium, I found myself really, that's really all I had to rely on, was just the sound of Candace's voice. So that was just something that even when I was just rehearsing on my own, as much as I didn't want to assume how she was going to say certain words, but just based off of rehearsals, just remembering what she was feeling during certain times, and just also just leaving some space, leaving it very open for any sort of surprises. I didn't really want to plan anything too much, just in case something switched up, just so we could always be in line with each other, because this is really what it is. And just like learning to communicate through this medium is something that we've been forced to do during this time as well. So that also brought another element into everything. So yeah, it was really interesting. Really,
Thank you for bringing our attention to that question, Yvette. Thank you for sharing, Sajin.
Thanks, Yvette.
Javon, you wanted to say something?
Yes, if I may add, in line with what the question that was raised for America, working with an airline really gave the inspiration to write the piece. And Candace Owen is the metaphor behind this piece, because being a person or a female of color, and you are somewhat affirming or denouncing what it is to be Black. It is an issue that is very dominant in our communities, because we were taught and we continue to live and operate as if we're inferior to those that are considered privileged. And I must say that I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thanks to Carl. Thank you so much, Carl, for this opportunity. Thanks to the Reset group for this opportunity, because we need to have these conversations on how do we unlearn and revisit things that needs to be addressed. How do we do this? And I'm really, really thankful to Carlene. Carlene, you must say something about this.
Okay, I'll speak. Okay, absolutely. I think people, the metaphor behind your piece was Candace Owens, and I think people like her are very dangerous. They're very dangerous, not just to the Black community, but for those who are looking on, who are white, who are not white, who are everybody else. And the reason she is very important, she's actually dangerous, is that she takes information, factual information, and then she turns it around and she skews your views. And there are some times that you have to stop yourself and say, wait, what did she say? And if you don't know the true context of what she is saying, you might even buy in to the garbage that she tries to perpetuate. And that is something that is distracting from the narrative that we want. And so George Floyd is killed, he says he can't breathe, he's knelt on, and then she goes on, oh, we're making him a martyr. And this is distraction. We're talking about police brutality. We're talking about police brutality. We're talking about how people who are supposed to uphold the law are supposed to speak to everyone and treat everyone equally. And now you're talking about something else. I do not care if he had a load of drugs in the back of a car somewhere. He does not deserve to die. And where in the Constitution does it say, or in the law for that matter, that you as a cop goes to somebody and because you suspect them of a crime, they're worthy, you're supposed to kill them? No way. And so people like her, and there are many of them, we call them coons. I don't know. We call them, the white ones Karens and the black ones coons. There are plenty of coons out there. We need to re-educate them because they're sending around false narratives that we have to rewrite. We have to take that back. And so I was super passionate about this piece. I was very disturbed for the first, almost all of it, to be honest, because I just kept watching a ton of her videos. She's such a gorgeous girl. She's so poised, and then she opens her mouth and diarrhea comes out. And then I was like, whoa. So we have to fix that. And so the kind of uncomfortable conversations that the piece America, when you sit in your chair, you're like, wait, what did she say? Like, the hard conversations are being brought to the fore. And I think it's absolutely necessary now more than ever.
I love how all the pieces touched on hard conversations, because that's what we're having to have, and people are trying to avoid it. But the art form is forcing the hard conversations, and that's how you evoke change, right?
We actually had a very, I'm so sorry. We had a very different ending to the piece, and until we change it because it just started to feel like really heavy, and so that was also a challenge. Was how do we make this light rather than, or make it just make it light rather than going in that very angry or heavy direction, so I'm really grateful to Carlene, I should say publicly, because I changed my mind very, very, very late, and she just kind of got it, and so thank you.
I agree with your choices so much. I trusted your vision. And I do believe that a lot of what America does is very performative. Like we're so concerned about being politically correct and all of these things. So yes, I think your vision was beautiful. So I was ready to be water.
And can I give some kudos to Kiki's directing and Donna's directing of that beautiful, beautiful piece? You just pushed you pushed us to a whole new level. New level with what we could do with Zoom. And on this, we have to say thank you and good night.
Before we go, none of this would have happened without Magali, Coleman, Christopher, making those calls and getting us here. None of this. Thank you, dear lady. I'm so grateful to you.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Stick around for the credit.
Thank you. Thank you.